What's up guys, welcome back to our video. In today's video we're going to be learning about Python if, else, if and else statements, also known as the conditional statements. So before going into the video, I would appreciate you guys liking and subscribing the video, and feel free to comment. Let's get into the topic. If, else, if and else statements are used to see if a condition is true or not. So basically it's called a conditional statement because it sees or checks the condition if it's true or not. Let's see what are the keywords and how it should be written in Python. So an if statement uses the keyword if followed by a condition. An else if statement uses the keyword elif with a condition. But an else statement uses the keyword else without a condition. So let's see an important point. Indentation is important while using loops or conditional statements, because indentation is nothing but the amount of white spaces between characters. So if you don't have the proper amount of white spaces between the characters, it's going to raise an error, causing your program to not work. So let's see an example. So I already wrote my example here. So I just took a variable named age with number 21. So these are my conditional statements: if, else, if and else. So my if statement says that if age is greater than 18 or age is equal to 18. So this is another keyword called or, which means if the statement does not have this one, it can even go to this one. So it's kind of like optional statement. So my statement says if age is greater than 18 or age equals 18, you can get a license, it have to print. So else if that's not true, if the age is less than 18 and age not equal 0. So and is another statement which is also can be used in conditional statements. So basically what it says is it and means it should have to agree with both statements or multiple statements. So which means if my statement agrees with this one, it also have to agree with this one to go into this statement. So that's how and works, but or is kind of different. So now this statement says if age is less than 18 but and not equals 0, it can say you cannot get a license. Else, which means if the person gave the age 0, invalid information because that doesn't exist. So if we just take a guess, this age would go in this one because age is above 18 or and age is also 18. So it's an optional. So my age is above 21, so this will go over here. If your age is less than 18, it's gonna go over here. So let's run this program. As you see, it says you can get a license because it's about 21, as we said. And now let's see another example. So this time we're gonna use fruits. So fruits equals, let's take 4. If fruits is greater than 5 or fruits equals 5, then it's gonna say print correct. So if you bring the number of fruits equals 5 or greater than 5, it have to print correct. Else if, also known as elif, fruits is less than 5 and fruits not equals 0, print partially correct. So that's what it have to print when the fruits are less than 5 or and not equal 0. Else, which means if you don't bring any fruits, it's gonna print wrong. Let's type wrong. So if we just take a guess, you will go to this statement because I don't have 5 fruits or above 5 fruits, so that's why it's not gonna go in this statement. But I have less than 5 fruits and my fruits are not equal 0, so it's gonna go in this statement. So let's see. As you see, partially correct. So that's how if, else, if and else statements work. So now let's see another example of this if, else, if and else statements. So this time let's take from the user input. So I'm gonna take name this time. I mean age. Let's take age equals input. Let's take input from the user. Let's type enter your name. So whenever I run this program, it's gonna ask me enter your name. And now if let's write our if or else if or conditional statements. Let me say if age is, let's say, if age is above 18 or age is equal to 18, you can say print, you just have to say you can drive a car. So after so if the age is above 18, so if I enter the number above 18, it's gonna say you can drive a car, or it can be 18. So let's go take elif statement, and this time we're gonna take if age is less than 18 and age not equal 0, print study well. So if you're less than 18, it's gonna say study well. Else, which means it's 0, is gonna say invalid information because that doesn't exist, as I said. Invalid. So if we just take a guess now, let me run this program. So if I would keep, let's say 19, it's gonna go to the if statement. If I would keep below 18, it's gonna go to this statement. So let's try to keep 0 but this time, so they're gonna go to invalid information. So let's type enter. As you see, invalid. So that's how this works. So but this time let's keep 10, and now if I run this program, as you see, study well. But now if I keep it 19, it's gonna go you can drive a car. See? So that's how these if, else if, and else statements work. So let's go to another topic called let's go to another topic called nested if statements. So nested if statements are nothing but the conditional statements inside a conditional statement. So these are used when you want multiple conditional statements. So let's see an example. Let me take age this time. Let me take 21. And now let's take a conditional statement. If age is greater than 18 or age is equal to 18, what you gotta do is print age is, your age is 18. And now let's write some nested conditions. So let's say I'm gonna write an if statement. If age is more than 20, it's gonna go to this one also, and then gonna say print your age is more than 20. Else, elif, which is the else also known as else if, you can just write age is less than, let's take 20. And now let's gonna print your age is less than 20. So that's how this thing works. And now I don't want to write an else statement, so we can just leave it till there. And now let's write an else statement outside the thing. So if the age is not 18, it's gonna go to this else statement. So let's say print age is not 18. So if we would just take a guess, it's 21. So it will go in this one, your age is 18, and also it will go in this one. I mean in this one, because our age is above 21. So it's 21. 21 is more than 20. So it's gonna satisfy with this one, and it's gonna go with these both. As you see, your age is 18, your age is more than 20. So that's how these conditional statements work. So now let's take a look on what is a nested if statements. So let's take a deep look. So nested if statements, as I said, is a conditional statement inside a conditional statement. But when do you use it? These conditional statements are used when you don't want to write more and more conditional statements outside. So you can just write inside the conditional statements and get the answer easily. So that's kind of easy using these nested if statements. So we are gonna learn about the last topic called terminary conditions. So terminary conditions is also the same like if, and else statements, but basically it's just in a one line. So if you have less amount of code, like if I just want to print if A is greater than B, you'd have to print B or something like that. So let's say this is how you write the terminary condition. I'm gonna take a variable named A with number 10, B with 8, number 8. So this is how you write terminary condition in just one line. So print A is greater than B if A is greater than B. Else it's gonna print B is less. And then if you're just gonna run this program, it's gonna print, as you see, A is greater than B, because 10 is obviously greater than 8. So that's why A is greater than 8. So that's why it's printing this one. So this is called terminated condition, and this kind of saves a bunch of effort using these spaces and everything else. So you don't have to worry about indentation, but this is only used when you have short amount of code. I'm saying again, when you have short amount of code, because if you use this when a long amount of code, you just have to move your scroll bar here and there, so that's gonna take quite a while. So yeah, that's it for today's video. See you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.